Hi, I'm Amy, and today my colleague Grace and I are pleased to present a novel treatment for prostate cancer, cyst-reg. Prostate cancer is the second most common cancer in men. 20% of Australian men are diagnosed with it by age 85, and it kills over 300,000 annually worldwide. Additionally, treatment costs lead to heavy financial burdens. Prostate adenocarcinoma is developed from prostatic intraepithelial neoplasia, or PIN, where genomic instability is initiated by a cascade of cellular events. PIN causes a series of histological changes in the stroma, leading to nuclear aberration and basal cell disruption. These cells then spread through the prostatic stroma, forming tumours. The critical strategies implemented by successful cancers have been described as the hallmarks of cancer. Our therapy targets the hallmark of evading immune destruction and taps into how our body uses cell-mediated immune responses to attack tumours. So, what is cell-mediated tumour immunity? There are three major cell types involved: natural killer cells, CD8-positive cytotoxic T cells, and CD4-positive helper T cells work together to destroy cancer cells. CD8-positive T cells function to control tumour growth, metastasis, and apoptosis. They recognize antigens on the surface of cancer cells, bind to the MHC class I molecule, and destroy the cells. CD4-positive T cells allow for the expansion, trafficking, and function of CD8-positive T cells. CD4 cells express ligands that bind to dendritic cell receptors, activating them. These activated dendritic cells in turn bind to and activate CD8-positive T cells. NK cells are activated by signals of malignancy such as the cytokine interleukin-15 and proteins on cancer cells. IL-15 binding induces activation of the beta-gamma-associated JAK1 tyrosine kinases, activation and dimerization of STAT5, and transcription of target genes which encode cytotoxic tumor-killing agents. Tumours avoid immune destruction by upregulating a cell type known as Treg. Cancer cells do this by expressing TGF-B and IL-10, which increases differentiation of naive CD4-positive T cells into Treg. This process is also mediated by indoleamine 2,3-dioxygenase, causing inflammation. Both CD4 and CD8-positive T cells are downregulated by Treg, as it produces inhibitory cytokines, causes apoptosis via the perforin-pore mechanism, and inhibits dendritic cell maturation. Treg also prevents natural killer cells from recognizing cancers. Treg expresses a membrane-bound growth factor which downregulates NK cell receptors, like the NKG2D receptor. Rodent studies show a clear inverse relationship between NK cell activity and Treg prevalence. Now over to Grace.
Our treatment reverses the evasion of immune destruction that is characteristic to cancer by upregulating CD4, CD8, and natural killer cells, while downregulating Treg. Our candidate will be targeted by a vaccination named cyst-reg. This vaccination consists of two parts. The first part contains a monoclonal antibody which targets and suppresses Treg by binding to its CTLA4 and PD-L1 receptors. This enhances the effects of immune cells by upregulating CD4 T cells, CD8 T cells, and natural killer cells. The second part contains a lentivirus kit constructed to express a cis inhibition sequence. Cis is encoded by CISH, and their downregulation leads to upregulation of interleukin-15 signaling. The lentivirus infection of natural killer cell will induce the transcription of CISH knockout sequence. This renders natural killer cells hypersensitive to interleukin-15, enhancing their tumor-killing effect. Studies have shown this knockout causes increased proliferation, survival, interferon gamma production, and cytotoxicity towards tumors due to increased JAK-STAT signaling. Depending on the stage and severity of prostate cancer, there are currently many options for therapy, as shown in this graph. However, these treatments have many disadvantages and often cause temporary or even permanent side effects, including urinary incontinence, erectile dysfunction, infertility, and bowel dysfunction. We believe that our two-step therapeutic vaccination will effectively prevent tumor from evading immune destruction by enhancing the action of the body's own immune system. It also minimizes normal tissue damages and the incidence of side effects. Our treatment will pave the way for a future without prostate cancer. Thank you for watching.
Created using Powtoon.